Hi. So, Steam is being an ass and just randomly updated out of nowhere. I'm trying to find the directory where Steam keeps all the games. I'm like, give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't actually know where it is. Steam is quote unquote updating. Fucking hell. Applicate? No, not application. Okay, fucking hell. What is going on? Hey. Steam? Steam, you good? Oh my god, it just. Oi. I just thought I. Jesus, it's taking a while. Okay, there. It's opening. I am coming. Wait. Oh fuck, I haven't opened Discord. My avatars. Wait! Oh my goodness, this is such a scuffed scream. I actually almost forgot I had a stream today. Because, like, I remembered around morning, but, like, when it like came to afternoon, I kind of forgot I had a stream. Because, I think I accidentally gave myself mild food poisoning. I drank a I think almost 2 weeks old tea in my fridge, and I just assumed it would be fine since it's in the fucking fridge, you know, and like, and then before that I was already feeling a bit sick, like I was having chills and my head was mildly hurting, but like right after I downed that bottle of tea I had in the fridge, it just like it shot up. And not to mention that before that, I took a shower. It was supposed to be a hot shower, but the water wasn't hot, so I took a cold shower. But the thing is, it's already cold, so I guess it's just a combination of factors that just thwacked my brain into like not feeling well. Okay, there. I have it, but like, wait, my avatar is not loaded. This is such a scuffed stream. I'm so sorry. Wait a minute. Where am I? Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 Let me just bring this up. Let me bring this up. Let me bring it up, and then there we go. Hello, hello. Finally, we can start the stream. I'm so sorry this is so late. I didn't know Ike's stream was gonna be like around 7 or 8 p.m. for me. And I just really wanted to go to his stream and support him. So I had to like delay my dinner because of that as well. I'm really sorry. Plus, I was feeling sick, so. Hi, this is Cal. We are playing Royal Alchemist today again, and my Twitch won't load on my phone. Oh my goodness. Why are you like this? I need to open Twitch on my phone so I can see chat. Because, like, if I open chat on my laptop, I cannot. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn off the BGM. Whoops. I cannot the laptop just doesn't do things as smoothly if I do. Jesus Christ, what is going on? Okay, wait. I can't see chat, but we can start. Uh, okay. Where were we? I don't remember. Mm-hmm. Week 19. Oh, we have these. Yeah. Okay. Why is that -1? Ah. Okay. Let's see. What is my I'm really not bringing the beauty up. I don't really care. Maybe in a different run we'll raise that stat instead of the others, you know. But like let's see. Mm, 46, 43. Then I guess charisma. What about combat? Yeah, leadership. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is fine. Man, this time slot is a very jank for me all of a sudden. I remember I used to stream at this time, always this time last year, but I keep getting uh I keep getting random things in my way whenever I stream at this time. Whether if it's like things out of my control or just me being stupid, I don't know. Wait, what the fuck? I can't. Where is that Twitch? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Hmm. Ah, I'm sorry, chat. Wait, I can't see you guys. Okay. Doo, 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 doo. Please do let me know if the audio levels are being dumb because I've played this game once and it's like it overtakes my audio sometimes. So I put it down. But sometimes because of I play different things, I've had to fiddle with the audio level sometimes, you know. So I'm not sure if the thing is audible or if I'm audible. Okay, there we go. Finally. Oh my goodness. Okay, I can see chat now. We can play properly. Yay. And hopefully I can read English properly this time. Good God. Maybe I can bring myself up a bit. There we go. Okay. The corridors near my study are all but deserted. This morning's lessons may be over, but I still have plenty of work to do today. I don't know who this is, so. Master Rosenkreutz? Ah! I jump and nearly drop my books. Hey, don't drop the books. My heart races as I turn around, half expecting to find an assassin. And to be fair, yeah, that I wouldn't blame MC. Right? Is it? Oh, hello. Oh, hmm. Okay. But instead, it's a young woman. Her eyes are her eyes are a brilliant emerald color, and her hair is like spun sunlight. Oh, that's a nice sentence. She's so beautiful, in fact, that I lose my breath for a moment or two. Me too. Me too. Uh, yes, lady. I struggle to place her among the various court nobles. Only when she curtsies do I see that she's no noble woman at all. Oh, it's just that she happens to fill out her servant's clothes so well that they may as well be an evening gown. Oh, servant, I'm not a noble, Master Rosenkreutz. Sir Raphael sent me your way. Name's Marigold. Aw. The way Marigold introduces herself confirms her status. When she straightens from her curtsy, she catches me staring, and I scramble to save face. Yeah. Sus. My apologies, Marigold. So you're a servant here. Smooth, Cal, smooth. Yeah, don't call me out like that. Marigold tilts her head to the side and dons a quizzical expression. My blush deepens. Let's go biking. Biking me. Yes, Master Rosencreutz, but I'm not a handmaiden. I do the sweeping, the carrying, and the washing. You don't look like a servant at all. She says this she says it almost defensively, as if this is something she has had to explain many times in the past. Very interesting. Truth be told, I can't blame her, because I was just about to ask whose handmaiden she was. Well, pleasure to meet you, Miss Marigold. You said Raphael sent you. The young woman nods. I notice her eyes briefly flit to the books in my arms, and for a second I think I detect some interest there. But when she speaks, it's with pure professionalism. Yes, some of the nobles are demanding spring water. Not well water, Master Rosencreutz, but spring water. I see. I recall seeing some servants leaving. Oh yeah, I remembered. Oh no, we don't have spring water. I did in my first run, but like I thought it wasn't important anymore because it's been so long. I recall seeing some servants leaving very early in the morning to get it. They must have to go quite far outside the palace walls too, so I can't say I envy them. It's always a lot of work, and frankly, there's so much going on right now that we could really use some help. I frown, wondering what she could possibly mean. Help with carrying spring water? They want me to bibbity boppity boo the fucking well water into spring water. Lamau! I'm afraid I can't move a spring, Miss Marigold. The servant looks at me. She's too polite to roll her eyes, but I can tell she definitely wants to. Sir Raphael said you might be able to purify some well water with your alchemy. When she says it, I want to smack my forehead. How could I be so stupid? Yeah, mood. Yeah, yes, of course. Yeah. Eh. And that's why we have a save file. Please tell me I can make it. We need a spring water. Yay. Let's go. Ha! I'm sorry. Okay, that's why we have a save file, and then we do this, and then bam. Oh shit! I didn't change it. Damn it! Yeah. Doot 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 doot. Yeah. I turned towards my study and motioned for her to follow me inside. In fact, I already have some made. Marigold's face lights up. She clasps her hands together and shoots me a radiant grin. Aw. Yes, let's go. Finally, some servant approval. Oh my god, it was like a -1. I feel like it's because I didn't take any missions. Really? Thank you very much, Master Rosencreutz. We entered the room. Marigold stands respectfully by the door as I collect the buckets. Do I really just have like a bucket of spring water lying around my study? That's kind of like a hazard for the books and stuff, but whatever. To be honest, I don't even remember what I originally made them for. Ha 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 ha. Here you go. Fresh as the freshest spring water. And liable to stay fresh too. God, I wish. I hate stale water, man. Like, for drinking. You know? It just tastes like paper. Not that I've eaten paper or anything. Okay, moving on. I seal the bucket before passing it to her, and she accepts it. She's surprisingly strong, able to lift the heavy container without so much as a grunt. Somehow, Marigold manages a curtsy. I barely manage to stop myself from bowing back. I look away for a second and Marigold disappears. Not even her footsteps echo after her. For the rest of the day, she stays in my mind. Hey, let's not get distracted here. We're going for serin. MC, please. Before, it seems impossible that a simple servant could be so beautiful. But I suppose SK is full of surprises. Hey, I will check that out later. This afternoon, I returned from a mission when... Hey, Nazir. My dear Cal, the brightest light to shine upon this dull palace. I'm so glad to see your radiance dyeing these dull gray walls. A smile tugs at the corner of my mouth. I turn to give Nazir a formal bow. Your Highness, you surely can't have good intentions after a praise like that. Yeah. Nazir adopts an utterly disappointed expression, but as usual, it doesn't last long. How may I help you? You see, I just wanted to tell you about the newest addition to the White Heart staff. A smart and curious little thing, especially about magic. Raising my brow and crossing my arms, I shoot Nazir a confused look. Where is this going? Why does he always drag me places? It's so funny. He politely asked me to demonstrate my skills, so I showed him some of the magic he taught me in our lessons. And it just happened to be in the tavern's wine cellar. Oh no. I think you're skipping more than a few details, Your Highness. How exactly did you end up in the wine cellar with him? Are you sure you want to know? Actually, I don't. What happened next? A mishap! They sometimes just sort of happen, don't they? This cannot be good. In any case, the White Hart's wine cellar burned down along with its whole stock. What do you want me to do about that, dude? I know, right? What use is there for a tavern without wine? I sigh. In response, the prince shakes his head as if he doesn't know who is responsible. What's worse, they're in dire need of drinks in time for hunting season. What do you want me to do about it? So I have opened the royal coffers to buy them a new stock. All that's missing is perhaps a magic touch to make the wine really special. Pooh pooh. He looks at me expectantly. Why me? And who else is better suited to give that magical touch other than yours truly, who happens to be the brightest light to shine upon this palace? Nazir's eyes shimmer with mirth. I sigh again. He couldn't have made his intentions more obvious. Be a dear and help me enchant the wine, will you? I'm sure Isa would be grateful for your help. The new staff you mentioned? No, the owner. But I think Puck would be delighted to meet you too. Biking? Alright, I'll see what I can do. I knew I could count on you, Cal. Could you have it ready in 3 weeks? 3 weeks! Okay. One final sigh escapes me. I make a note of telling Raphael about this request so he can put it with the others. I'm guessing it's the commoner's approval that goes up. Wine. Okay, which one I should make first? 23, 24. Then the wine then, I suppose. What do I need to make wine? Ugh. 30, 30. Okay, 30. Wait, what? The 30 fire, 30 water. And what about the bitch ass bell? Light and dark. Light, dark, water, fire. Okay. Bitch. Oh, wait. Light, light. And then dark, dark. And then water. Who else has water as an affinity? Just you. And then I guess fire for you because you're good at that. And then I need charisma. Charisma. And then etiquette. The etiquette surprisingly fucks me up a lot. Can we save? Shit. Yeah, we can. Okay, saving here. I always forget to save in between the class things. Yeetus. Let's go. Oh god, the missions are available as well. A knock pulls me out from my thoughts. I look up from my desk just in time to see the door open. Raphael stands on the other side, but quickly steps away. A worm? Okay. I stand up from behind my desk as a finely dressed woman enters, a haughty expression in her face. What do you want? She looks around my room as if she's being forced to enter a pigsty. Excuse me? My lady, to what do I owe the pleasure? Raphael quickly steps forward before she has time to answer. Not that she was actually going to. This is the one that ordered the clothes. This is Lady Serdwin from House Natharia. I believe I mentioned she was coming. I shoot him a blank stare for a moment, but then it comes rushing back to me. Raphael did mention something about the noble's representative a couple of weeks ago. Lady Serdwin, it is an honor. The noble woman folds her arms, raising one carefully trimmed eyebrow at me, as if to say the honor is definitely yours. Jesus. Once the moment passes, a disappointed sigh escapes her. What? I have the clothes for you! Well, I certainly expected more after all the trouble you've caused over these past few weeks, Rosencreutz. Pardon? Don't play coy. Clearly your arrival here has made someone very upset. Fighting in the palace corridors is just barbaric, and look at you. She waves dismissively at me. A little pup. No comment. What? I'm sure most would agree that the company of a pup is far greater than that of a lout, which I have the disservice of having in mine. As I bite back an angry reply again, Raphael steps between us. Lady Serdwin is here to collect the cloth she requested from you a few weeks ago. The audacity! I might as well curse your fucking ball gown, mate. Right, that request. Lady Serdwin looks at me expectantly, and Raphael with a hint of desperation. Yee, of course. I collect the item. I have a feeling that if our noble approval is too low, we might die. You know? It's like there's a higher chance of dying from low noble approval than a servant approval. I feel. Or like maybe the servant approval plays into like saving your ass on something. I'm not sure. Just me and my experiences. I collect the item from the chest I've been keeping it in. When I lift out when I lift it out of the dark container, the fabric catches some light from the windows and shimmers like a unicorn's coat. A small gasp escapes Serdwin. I can't help proudly grinning to myself as I fold the cloth up and hand it over to her. Raphael looks at me from over her shoulder. His relief is clear as day. Well, well, well. She strokes the silky smooth fabric, her eyes reflecting its enchanted glimmer. What a surprise! You do have your uses. I hold back another nasty retort in favor for a more restrained, if shaky, smile. It was my quote unquote pleasure. No thanks! Jeez, rude? Lady Serdwin turns to leave. Raphael quickly follows her out and closes the door behind them. The moment she's gone, I feel the stiffness leave my spine and practically collapse back down to my chair. Lady Serdwin from House of Nathaira. I frown, trying to recall her house's rank. Baron, perhaps. I mean, like, Baroness? That's high, but not so high that she can just come here and sneer at me. A sigh escapes my lips and I force myself to relax. If I want the nobles to be happy, I should try to keep her happy too. Even if all my efforts will go to nothing but clothes, parties, and who knows what else. Let's go. Bunga. Do I have enough to make wine? Ugh, 30, 30. What about the water? Yay. Okay. Water. Water. Okay, now we need wine. Ah, what? Wait a fucking minute. Okay, you have 30. What about the fire? Oh, we need more. Okay, oh, you need water. Okay, how about water? You need lots of water. You need, okay, you need more fire. You have light. Your darkness is 0. Well, we're fucked. We can't do the wine. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine, but like we might as well try. It's like on week 24, so I doubt. Oh wait, hold on a minute. I'm stupid. What do we need? We need fire and water. Oh, that's easy. We just need fire and water. Yeah, yeah, you stupid fuck. Uh, okay. No fire. Water, water, fire. What about you? Okay, you need fire, mate. Need fire. Yeah. And you need lots of water, and you need fire. Yeah. Just in case. Okay. Do you still need water? You don't need water. Get fire, man. Okay. Bam. Uh. Cool, 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 cool. Mm-hmm. The palace is abuzz this morning, and with cause. The Marenian ambassador, oh god, it sounds German, but I'm not gonna do it too much. The Marenian ambassador is due to arrive soon. Came as no surprise that each prince had, one after another, sent their regards and regrets for not attending today's lesson. With no classes to teach, I have little to do but join the curious onlookers. Excuse me. Oh, shut up. I have little to do but join the curious onlookers out at the palace halls, who are all hoping to catch but a brief glimpse of our esteemed guests. The Marenian ambassador's carriage just arrived. Her entourage is tremendous. They have reserved the entirety of East Wing for her. Her being Lady Gabrielle. I've only ever heard of her, the youngest ever the youngest ever member of the Marin's Council of Five. Everyone, from the Lord Regent to the commoners in the street, shares whispers regarding. Ow, this is kind of loud, mate. Wait. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Okay. Everyone from the Lord Regent to the commoners in the street shares whispers regarding our future. So far, Marin and Eskia have enjoyed peace, but death changes many things. How the late king's passing and the one who succeeds him will affect the two countries is the main question all in our minds. I follow a group of servants to a corridor lined with guards, all standing at attention in anticipation of the ambassador's arrival. See, guys, I can speak English. I think it's the mood. I don't. I think I'm very psyched up after being sick for like 2 hours. I'm fine now. I fumble my words still, but like that's me being going too fast. And on the topic, my mouth is dry. I will drink water. Hmm. Uh, not a lot of people watches my visual novel streams, but like, bruh, I don't care because like a visual novels is like one of my favorite game genres, and like it's it's like one of the games that I have most fun with and like most fun streaming. So even though the view count is low and like the live viewers are low as well, I genuinely don't mind. It's like it's fun reacting on this because like when I usually play visual novels by myself, I do have reactions, but it's just in my head. If you actually walk in me like in my room playing visual novels, I just have a straight face. Whether it's like me gushing over visual like what do you call this me gushing over the LIs or like just me reacting in general, my face is just rock rock straight, and like you wouldn't even know that's what I'm feeling. And I don't know why. I just streaming helps me like bring out those fucking emotions. It helps me gush out a bit because like sometimes I just explode because there's no one to talk to about these things, and it's like not the bestest of topics since like visual novels is not everyone's cup of tea, you know. So like, yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I said that. Okay. Excuse me. The crowd of servants respectfully parts, giving me access to the front of the group. Like the rest, I cannot help my natural curiosity. As time passes and expectations rise, the whispers reach a crescendo. Crescendo, bitch. I spot the impressive entourage making their way down the corridor. In a split second, oh people, a cool silence falls over the crowd. Surrounding Lady Gabrielle is a bevy? Bevy. I don't think I know that word. Bevy of nobles. A great many of them no doubt members of her entourage, and many more are local Eskins. I spot Lady Ishbel among them, sharing her bright and eager smile with the world. but my eyes invariably turn towards the ambassador herself. Please be hot. Ooga, yeah! Yes! Let's go! I wish we had like more visual novels that like let us romance both masculine leaning and female leaning characters, because I'm just like you show hot women and expect me not to like be all over that. And that's me at my vow to my liege, by the way. It's just like we're already engaged to her as like a fake marriage thing. They don't even give us the option to go marry her. Jeez. But like and we'll get there. I believe like I believe the visual novel scene will improve, especially with more and more indie developers getting into it. I believe the scene will change, and I like have high hopes. High hopes. Just let us romance women, please. Okay. Crown. Oh, wait, I'm still gushing. So pretty. Oh. Okay, I'm done. Crowned by stunning crimson hair pulled back by a practical ponytail, Lady Gabrielle's youthful features are startling in their beauty, and no doubt amaze all that look upon her. Yeah, true. Never would I have imagined her on the Marenian Council of Five at such an age. But here she stands, representing both her king and her country. Let's go, we stand powerful women, let's go! Oh, she's a beauty. She has a captivating smile and intelligent eyes, but bubbling underneath the surface is something cold, smooth, and impenetrable. Only when she reaches the point of passing me do I realize the servants have retreated a step, leaving me exposed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't have enough of those. Fuck that. I scrambled back into the group of servants, successfully avoiding the ambassador's notice. Oh. Okay. Well, we can do it in Nazir's route. We'll raise the beauty stat. I bow with the others as she passes, and just a moment later, she is gone. I release a breath I hadn't realized I was holding. The servants disperse back to their duties, chattering excitedly amongst themselves. I, however, am left with an image of a young ambassador hovering on my mind. As I slowly stroll to the library, I can only wonder how the late king managed to keep Marin at a distance for such a long time. I forgot to breathe. Excuse me. Whatever his methods were, I have a feeling Eskia is about to change. New Grimoire character unlocked, Gabrielle. They said missions were unlocked. Let me see. The force from by clear skills. What about this one? Sala. Anyone there? What you guys wanna do? What you guys wanna do? Cursed rune. I think we need servants' approval. So like, let's save, and then we can just go back just in case. So I'm leaning towards the one in Zelflos, the or the ones here. I think this will have like the most what you call it, things with that will aid us. So like, let's do this first. Cursed room. I overheard the servants saying something strange the other day. The empty east wing of the palace is, in fact, haunted. Ask Sala about it, for she seems to know everything that goes on around here, but she was rather tight-lipped about the situation. After deciding to investigate on my own, I encountered Prince Serin. See it inadvertently put it under on his fucking root. Let's go. After deciding to investigate on my own, I encountered Prince Serin on his way out of the library. I explained the situation to him, and he resolved to accompany me. Oh, finally some romance. Finally. Not that I'm complaining, like the progression and the dialogue and the plot is so interesting so far, but like I was going into this expecting it to be like more romance focused, and boy, I was wrong. I love it, but like because I was expecting romance, I'm just like at the edge of my seat right now. I'm sorry. I could see why the servants would think the empty wing was haunted. Our footsteps echoed down the corridors, and most of the curtains were shut. Suddenly, I heard a faint scratching noise coming from behind a door. The corridor chose this moment to push against me a cold gust of air. I would like to say that I was unmoved, that I stood steadfast against the imagined ghosts and the eerily flickering candlelight. Alas, I cannot do so without borrowing a liar's tongue. I jumped ever so slightly. But Prince Serin, being ever so perceptive as he was his nature, noticed still. He gave me a rueful smile, gestured to the door, murmuring something akin to, "Shall we?" before slowly pushing it open. "Hold my hand, sir." I'm sorry, I'm just so soft right now. Darkness spilled from the room, nearly swallowing the light from all the wall sconces? The hell is that? Sconces. Sconces? I think it's sconces. Whatever. I had scarcely taken another step forward when a kitten. A kitty! Ah! Its rust orange coat glowed under the meager candlelight, and for a moment we found ourselves at a standstill. Bonk. I failed everything. Lamau. I don't care. Fuck you guys. Cautiously, I knelt to introduce myself, but before I could do anything else, it bit me. I read from the memories of days past, and the blasted creature got me on my dominant hand. Ow! Surprised and a little heartbroken, I could only watch as the kitten ran off, quick as you please, disappearing in an instant despite its distinctive appearance. Okay. Prince Saren rather wryly escorted me to the medical wing, where my hand was painfully disinfected and bandaged. The healers were nothing but courteous to the prince, but they tutted at me for disturbing them in such an hour. That particular wing of the palace is indeed cursed, though not by ghosts, which in truth may have been easier to deal with. We didn't gain anything. The White Hart only smells vaguely of smoke when I enter, and there are no immediate signs of damage from the fire. Oh, sheesh. Wait, I don't have it yet. Fuck. Let's go back. That's what it's for. That's what it's for. It's for cheating. I forgot that missions take up the whole, this thing. Can we now? I think we can. Unless. Okay, good. We can. Fruit wine. I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we have shit. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We should have done that before the missions. Okay, so like we failed that, so let's do this instead. Miners of Cephalos have recently found rare unidentified crystals. I wonder if they are dangerous. Okay. Miners of Zeph. Oh, this is such trip. Miners of Zelflos have recently found a rare unidentified crystal. Uh, my Wi-Fi died. I cannot see chat. Give me a second. I need to bring it back up. Okay. ちょっと待ってくれよ. Chrome, please work with me. I don't. I could literally just wait because like it comes back, but I don't want to risk not seeing like y'all guys' chat. Oops, that's my jacket. Yeah, I don't think Chrome is gonna agree with me. Yeah. Okay, whatever. It's fine. Uh, I apologize if I don't see your chat. Let's go back here. Bam. Uh, Miners of yeah, I've read that. Although they are beautiful, it's unknown whether the crystals contain toxic or dangerous alchemical attributes. Thus, before one of his routine visits, oh, I knew it. It was Aurelius. Thus, before one of his routine visits to the mining town, Prince Aurelius invited me on the journey to identify them. Upon arriving, I was presented with the crystal itself, and it's truly magnificent. Although although it's a clear, God, wait, something tripped me. I don't know why. Let me fix it. Although it's a common clear white color, it has a unique internal cracking that gives it depth. And under sunlight, it sparkles with the shades of a rainbow. Hey, it's Ilana's hair! Yeah, Ilana's hair is kind of like that, right? If you guys look at it closely, I mean, yeah, of course I know I drew it. Mm-hmm. Zevlos has its fair share of quartz mines, thus it would have been easy to dismiss the crystal as an exotic variant of such, but I had to make sure it wasn't dangerous. I joined Prince Aurelius in visiting the villagers, asking questions about the mines and the crystals. While the prince did his duties in, well, in his own particular way, I learned that the crystals had been discovered near a recently excavated quartz mine. Convincing, but it wasn't enough. I asked to test a sample. I insisted that the prince join me, as this was a valuable learning experience. Surprisingly, or perhaps not, he agreed. Yes, let's go. Before the testing began, I asked for a sample of simple, clear quartz, as well for if this unknown crystal was truly a variant. They would have similar properties. Yes, my science nerd side is like frothing at this. I'm not a fan of geology, but like I like science in general. Hmm. Thank heavens I did too, as the alchemy supplies I had on hand were limited. Luckily, given the extra sample, I was able to determine that the mystery crystal was indeed a form of common quartz, albeit a very, very pretty one. On another note, despite outward appearances, Prince Aurelius was quite an attentive student. Natural curiosity and relentless logic make for a good combination, I suppose, though I could do without the occasional glare. No, Aurelius is just me. Permanent RBF. Hmm. After our experiments were over, he quickly informed the villagers that the crystal was completely safe, and the villagers rejoiced. Rightly so, since this will be a good source of income for the town. Hey, let's go. Noble's approval inadvertently. I wasn't expecting that. In return for my help, a local jeweler fashioned me a handsome pendant made out of the crystal in question. The nobles caught sight of it upon my return to the palace, and since then the crystal has bloomed in popularity. Hey, let's go! Hey! I wasn't planning on doing that. It just seemed like an interesting mission. Okay, there, let's go. The White Hart only smells vaguely of smoke when I enter, and there are no immediate signs of damage from the fire. Oh yeah, you fucking Nazir burned the fucking cellar. Furniture has been replaced and the walls have been repaneled or painted over. It's as if Prince Nazir's little stunt never happened. That is, if one doesn't look too closely. It's still early in the day, so there are only a few people inside. Some regulars sitting by the bar. I love the music. Ah, so nice. A family having an early lunch and a pair of merchants playing dice. And of course, the owner, Isa Kabir. He sees me enter and comes out from behind the bar to greet me. He offers me his hand and I shake it, his grip firm and warm, and his smile is welcoming. Master Rosenkreutz, it is a pleasure and an honor to welcome you to my humble palace of business, blah, blah, place of business. I smile back, feeling slightly self-conscious. We've met a few times before, but only briefly and always in the company of others, really. Having Isa's full attention is more than a little overwhelming, if I'm being honest. Can I offer you a drink? Uh, wait, what? Oh, okay. We're a little, short-handed right now, but I'm sure we can fix up something. Wait. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is still being jank. Oh my god. Before I have time to protest, I find myself escorted to the counter. Isa fills every second of the silence with pleasant chit-chat about nothing in particular. Once I'm seated, he returns to his place behind the bar and awaits my answer. Oh yeah, of course. I would like a cup of tea, if it's not too much trouble. Of course it isn't. Chamomile? White? Green? Black? Personally, black. Uh, I've I've had green tea. Though I have like a preference for black. Green's fine, but like, I'm not very good at like making my own green tea. So if I ever drink green tea, it's usually like outside, and like I haven't really gone outside that much. And like even if I do, I have like there's a lot of teas above green tea, so I barely get to drink that anyway. I haven't drank chamomile or white tea. Mm-hmm. Wait a second. It's so bothering me. Wait, let me try. Hold on, hold on. I'll get it. I'll get these back. Google Chrome, fucking work with me. Yes. It's gonna spike up the CPU usage, but it's only for a little bit. Please bear with me. I just really want to see the chat. I don't want to miss anyone. Have the nice music for a little while. I could also use a water break. Yee. Oh, I'm so full for my dinner. I can't drink too much water. Okay, I think I fixed it. Let me go back and see. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna refresh my Twitch page. Man, I really wish I could just open the chat panel on OBS, but like, that used to work on Streamlabs, but like I'm using OBS now, which uses significantly less CPU. But for some reason, when I add the chat panel in here, it just like everything else lags. That's the problem that happened with the last which is stream which is house stream. I just pinpointed it now, or rather in the art stream, like a few hours after that. Okay, let's continue. Chamomile, please. Oh, excellent choice. I'll be back in a moment. While I'm gone, could you watch this place for me? Yeah, sure. He winks and heads for the kitchen. Was he actually serious a moment ago? Oh, wait, I can feel a burp coming. Or not. I'm just sitting weird right now. Let me sit down properly. Ow. I was like sitting like a gremlin, with like my knees tucked in front of me. And then like it kind of hurt my legs, so I went back down. But if so, there isn't exactly much to watch. Everything is calm. The soft murmur of conversation, the crackling fire, and the feeling of being insulated from the world all cause me to lose myself in thought. Here you are. I'm roused from my reverie when Isa returns, carrying a tray. On it are a cup and a small teapot, which exhales thin tendrils of smoke. The description and the dialogue is so good as well. I want to know who wrote it. Where the fuck do I look for the credits? Thank you. My pleasure. Without any prompting, he daintily pours me a cup. The warm aroma of chamomile envelopes me as the vapors rise. La, 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 la. I hungrily close my hands around the beverage and slowly bring it to my mouth, meeting Isa's eyes as I take my first sip. As much as I like tea, I don't think I'll drink tea in a tavern. What you drink in a tavern? You drink alcohol, man. I'm not that, whatever the word is called. The chamomile is perfect, sweet but not too sweet, and just the right temperature. I can't help but smile. He nods, seemingly knowing that I would enjoy it. This is delicious. I learned how to brew tea like this from a Far Eastern merchant. The secret is in how long you let it stay. True. I've been stupid. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I've been stupid, like a couple of times when I first got into like teas that aren't like in instant tea bags. I don't let it sit for a long time, and I'm just like angry emoji about how it doesn't taste like anything. Hold on. Sarado. I should fix my hotkeys for muting, but I don't know. Oh my goodness. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. How long? Let's see. Just then, the door opens and another patron steps in. Give me a moment. Oh my goodness, dear. Hold on for a bit, okay? It's a bit noisy. Alrighty, we're back. Uh, give me a moment. Isa excuses himself and leaves me alone with my drink. While he's gone, I take a moment to savor the taste and study the new guest. The man is haggard, bearded, and wearing tattered clothes, but Isa doesn't throw him out. Okay, I knew there was a burp coming. It's just weirdly timed. Oopsie. Instead, he finds the man a place to sit and chats with him as amicably as anyone else. After a while, Isa leaves, then returns with a bowl of steaming hot soup and sets it down in front of the new customer. After making sure he's comfortable, Isa returns to me with an apology, and I quickly wave away. I can see why Prince Nazir likes you so much. You flatter me, but I'm glad he finds the tavern comfortable. Maybe a little too comfortable sometimes. The tavern owner laughs, then glances at the nearby wall that is still soot black. I wince, but he seems almost amused. Actually, about that, I reach into my bag and produce a bottle of fruit wine, one of the one of the many that Nazir bought as compensation. His Highness felt rather awful about the damage, and thought it was only fair that he replenish your stock. There are another 10 boxes on the way. Isa takes the bottle and appraises the label. He doesn't seem too excited about what he finds, but he finds it nonetheless. At the very least, he seems grateful when he turns back to me. A very passable vintage. This will go a long way. Isa moves to put away the bottle, but I stop him by putting my hand on his. He looks at me with a raised brow. Try it. Oh, I'm already familiar with this vineyard. The renowned for consistency above all else. Did I just read that as the British version? Man, watching Vox and Mista is getting to me. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't have issues with it. It's just like I never read that word as vineyard. Jesus Christ. Okay, fine, whatever. They're renowned for consistency above all else, but that means the wines taste rather common as a result. I smile patiently. Please, I insist on trying it. Very well. The tavern owner looks at me curiously as as he uncorks the bottle. Once he has, he takes a quick sniff of its contents. When it doesn't smell quite like he expected, Isa's expression changes. He quickly takes a wine glass from under the counter and pours himself a small taste. I watch, trying to hide my excitement, as he swirls the wine around his glass, sniffs it, and quickly tilts the contents in his mouth. Man, now I want wine! I could technically take one from the fridge right now. We have like a tasty sangria in the fridge, and I'm just like, I can taste it. But I know. Let's be sober and stream, guys. I don't think it's time yet for a drunk stream with Cal. If I wanted to do a literally drunk stream, no. If I wanted to do a drinking stream, I think I would prefer soju or like Smirnoff. Those are my preferred drinks. I would say vodka, but like I'm very picky with vodka, and like the ones that I like aren't as readily available. So like maybe a pass on that. Isa's eyes widen. When he finally downs the drink, he looks positively enraptured. Incredible! That was better than I expected. I struggle not to clap from excitement. Yeah, this is me. I can't believe that enchantment worked. A little gift from me to you, Master Kabir. The other bottles are similarly enchanted. His expression shifts to fuck. His expression shifts to a radiant grin, and he reaches over the counter. Then he vigorously shakes my hand with both of his, so much that I begin to feel a bit self-conscious. Thank you. Finally, my commoner approval's going up. I didn't want to say anything, but with so much of my stock gone, I didn't have nearly anything suitable for the upcoming hunt. Oh, that's him, not me. Poof. But this wine, this is fit for a king, and princes, and barons, and baronets, counts, and countesses. He beams at me. To be honest, his gratitude is a little bit overwhelming. Please extend my sincerest gratitude to the prince. I will, Master Kabir. He excuses himself again. I watch him while I finish my tea. Again! It feels a bit uncomfortable to be drinking tea in a tavern. Maybe that's just me. But like, okay. He's the only person here working at the moment, but it doesn't seem to bother him. Isa glides from table to table, picking up finished plates, cracking jokes, and taking new orders. Whenever he stops to talk, he always treats the other person like a long lost friend. Even though I'm unable to hear the conversations from here, it is easy to tell based on his body language. Besides, I suppose the tavern owner would need to be genial. His laughter and voice quickly become part of the tavern's ambience. Oh, wait. The same as rain pattering against the roof, waves crashing against the coast, or wind rustling through the leaves. True leaves. Where did the come from? Eventually, I realized that I've already spent more time in the tavern's comforting embrace than I originally intended. I'm sad to leave, but it's something that needs to be done. After finishing my tea, I stand. Isa spots me from across the room and waves, even though his other arm is laden with plates and mugs. Until next time, Master Rosenkreutz. I give him a nod as I leave. My belly is still warm from the drink and the hospitality. Let's go. I need water again. God, I'm sorry. My mouth dries up a bit fast. Ah. Okay. Hurrying down the path that leads to the palace, it doesn't take long before I can see the gates just up ahead. The guard standing by the gates come into view, as does another figure. He seems to be engaged in conversation with the guards as he continues to linger instead of moving through the gates. As I draw closer, their voices carry to me on the wind. Ah, la, la. Noble. I assure you, I'm speaking nothing but the truth. If you would just allow me into the palace, I could retrieve my badge, and prove to you. Ha! Oh, it's Hagen again, Lamau. Ha! Do you take me for a fool? As if you would even look back the moment you pass these gates, taking off to carry whatever nefarious intentions you have. I am a man of my word, and I most certainly do not have nefarious intentions. I am ambassador of Marin, and the only intentions I have towards the Eskin royal family are peaceful and. Yeah, sure you are. You see, I'm a man of my word as well. Unfortunately for you, my word is you shall not enter unless you have proper identification. I like that he's a recurring annoying character. What an oddly familiar scenario. I can't help but be reminded of my arrival at the palace the very first day, which feels like a decade ago, yet at the same time, almost as though it was only yesterday. It takes me a moment to recognize the man who must have arrived with ambassadors last week. If I recall correctly, he possesses a rank and demeanor that doesn't draw attention to himself, making him a character that one could easily overlook. Even I am drawing a blank trying to call his name. Uh. Even I am drawing a blank trying to call to mind his name. Oh my god, that tripped me up. Okay. The only thing I can be certain of is that I have seen him around the palace once or twice with the other ambassadors this week. It's no wonder the guards fail to remember him. I'ma help you. Please don't assassinate me. Please, I'm begging you. It wouldn't do to leave him floundering in distress at the front gates, considering he is an ambassador. Yeah, we might go to war just because we didn't let this person inside, or whatever. He might have her bags. It's nice to help people sometimes, even though shit goes wrong sometimes, and like people will not always reciprocate your kindness. Unless I'm in a shitty mood, then like I'm gonna be like, fuck off, guys. Yeah, I tend to become like a completely different person depending on my mood, but whatever. I hurry up to them, interrupting their standoff, and I address the Marenian noble. "Ah, my lord, May I be of help? The noble turns to me and he meets my eyes. A glint of recognition enters his. His face lights up with delight, and he steps closer to me. Master Rosenkreutz! You cannot imagine how happy I am to see you. The guard, meanwhile, looks less than thrilled at my arrival. He narrows his eyes with a sigh while muttering under his breath. Of course it's you again. I trust you have been well, Hagen. Hagen averts his gaze, brows furrowing deeply. At least he doesn't make any nasty retorts. So he has acquired some manners, at least. Please, Master Rosenkreutz, I left in a hurry this morning and carelessly left my badge in my room. Now I am denied entry because I cannot produce my identification. I offered the noble my most reassuring smile, watching the soldier, watching his watching his shoulders sag with relief. Then I turned to the guard and give him a polite nod. Hagen, I can say with confidence that this gentleman here is a respected guest from Marin. Guank. Ah, yeah. Okay. There's no response. The guard simply turns his cheek and doesn't even acknowledge my words. Are you listening? Yes, but let me tell you now. Yes, but let me tell you now, it's not going to work, so save your breath. He's not allowed in unless he produces proper identification. These are the rules. Now, are you passing through the gates or not? The clear disrespect in his tone causes anger to flare up inside me, and I take a deep breath. My brows pull together as I think, but a moment later, my train of thought is interrupted by a smooth voice. Serin? Yeah? Let's go, Serin, my boy. Woohoo! It's always him. It's him last time as well, right? Like in the first time. Wait, what voice do I use for him again? I rewatched my two vods before this, like the stream before this and the test stream. It's like two different voices. I'm just like doing whatever I remember. Good afternoon, Master Rosenkreutz. I lift my head to see Saren approaching, carrying himself with an air of elegance and grace. The guards immediately bow in respect for the prince. Again, a sense of deja vu strikes me, and I can't help but smile. Good day, Your Highness. Your Highness! Oh, what a wonderful timing you have! The noble quickly fills in the prince about the situation. Saren nods to indicate his understanding. Then he turns to the guard, who visibly swallows hard. Part 2. Hagen, let this gentleman through the gates. The guard still seems reluctant, eyeing the noble with suspicion. Your Highness! Saren's smile fades almost imperceptibly, and he lifts his chin. The aura around him seems to shift. A hint of authoritativeness seeps into his movements. I like that. This time, the guards share a look before scrambling to do as Saren orders. Bless. Bless. The noble soon hurries through the gates after giving his thanks for Saren's help. You certainly have a remarkable penchant for appearing before these gates at the perfect moment and lending a hand to help us maidens in distress, Your Highness. A small humble smile tugs at Saren's lips, and he shakes his head. The guards are only trying to do their jobs. The palace would not be safe if not for their hard work, so I don't blame them for their cautiousness. And they do provide you with opportunities to show off your gallantry to those in need. Saren lets out a small chuckle, the corners of his eyes crinkling in amusement. I'm certain that if I had not shown up when I did, he would have come up with a different solution in my case. I would have beaten up Hagen. Just kidding. Oh my god. Ugh. Indeed, you've robbed me of my opportunity to shine in front of the Marenian noble. How will you How will you compensate me? Once everything once everything with the upcoming peace negotiations is settled, I shall look for an opportunity. Oh, whoa? Okay. With a nod, he gestures towards the waiting gates of the palace. I am afraid my duties await. For now, please excuse me. Of course, Your Highness. With another nod, Prince Saren steps under the towering arched gates and soon disappears from my sight. The week passes by in a flash. I feel a burping coming, but it won't come out. I don't want to burp grossly into the fucking mic. Uh, mhm. Recently, the palace has been abuzz with excitement in preparation. Recently, the palace has been abuzz with excitement in preparation for a banquet in Councillor Gabrielle's honor. Gabrielle. Oh, she's a counselor. Interesting. These festivities usually precede diplomatic talks and are intended for the aristocracy alone. Yet, for some reason, the Lord Regent extended an invitation to me last night and was insistent that I take part. When evening falls, I get dressed and ready. Then, as I make my way to the banquet hall, I can't help but feel somewhat awkward. I'm certain I'll be the only person arriving alone, and I'm date, and I'm already out of place. Regardless, I arrive early because it's only appropriate to do so. God, I wish that was me. I never arrive early to anything, even if I'm like the host, which is kind of embarrassing if you think about it. But like, I don't know. I don't like arriving early. It's either I'm on time or I'm late. The on time thing is just like 20% of the time, and the rest of the time is like I'm late. I remember one time, in like back in junior high, people assigned me as the secretary, but I think if I'm correct, I was the person with the most days late, which is ironic considering the secretary was assigned for like jotting down people's absences and like attendances. Don't worry, I did put mine as well. I'm not that evil, but like I significantly downplayed it because of my position. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's there. Like no one really bothers double checking it. I'm also the double checker. That's my fucking role. So, and sometimes I generally just forget to jot down. So like, if I feel like I've been late that week, I'll just put in two random days and call it a day. Even though I'm not like late the entire week, or like I had more lates that week. But yeah, arriving early is a pain. I don't know. The room is richly decorated. Tables overflow with delicacies, and 1,000 candles or more illuminate it all. After I take After I take it all in, the somewhat confused master of ceremonies emerges and leads me to one of the next several minor nobles. Unfortunately, I recognize them as the men who regularly gossip in the corridor. Ay, yikes. Yeah, I remember this. They recognize me too, and the fact that we're seated so close together doesn't reflect well on them. After all, I'm not Eskian nobility. The men start whispering amongst themselves, but I ignore it. Hello. Instead, I watch from afar as the higher ranked nobles and the royal family make their entrances. Eventually, with the hall full to the point of bursting, the master of ceremonies announces that the banquet is officially open. The Lord Regent gives a brief speech, but I can't hear a word, partially because of the distance between us, and partially because the nearby noblemen can't stop gossiping. What a mood. Motorcycle, motorcycle. Okay, there. Dun, 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 dun. Thankfully, I can only make out snippets of their conversation. Oh my goodness, the amount of motorcycles passing by, it's just like, just, do they think this is a fucking highway? And then, that simply isn't true. I saw it with my own eyes. Even though the food is absolutely delicious, it's strange to be surrounded by Eskio's entire upper crust. Upper crust? Especially since I wasn't invited by one of the princes. After what feels like an eternity, the dinner is over. I stand and decide to see if I can spot at least one familiar face. Hehe, hehe. I don't know what you need to say, but like, just in case! Serin, hi, hi, hi. I decide to look for the crown prince, though I suppose it's a fool's errand at an event like this. I manage to spot him eventually, though he's close to the ballroom floor and is surrounded by plenty other nobles, and stands with none other than Lady Ishbel at his side. Oh, that's interesting, because like we've seen Ishbel usually with Nazir or by herself. I can't breathe. The prince's head is low, likely so he can better hear everyone else. Lady Ishbel is being given an almost as much as attention as the crown prince too. I recall that as heir to the house Eudes. I don't remember how I read this. Heir to the house Oids, Oids, Oids. She had the honor of escorting the ambassador. Oh, okay. Prince Serin looks up and her eyes meet. Wow. He raises a brow in surprise, then gives me a small nod and smile. Dad. Ah! A nod back, then withdraw. His duties to the realm come before everything else, after all. Oh, okay. A little while later, I head to the quiet corner of the banquet hall. Exhausted from talking to people, mode. Leaning against a pillar, I watch the proceedings. I'm not yet well versed enough in Eskian and Maranian politics to fully understand what's going on around me. It seems to be either some kind of dance or a theater show. I keep forgetting to breathe. Hold on. I just like noticed that I'm like holding my stomach in and I'm just like getting dizzy. I'm sorry. Ah, minor nobles wait to be introduced to their more important peers. Ladies move in pairs from group to group, spreading gossip. Wow. Where is my mouse? Okay. Sometimes the laughter is forced, and sometimes it's sincere. Smiles flash like the daggers or gifts in almost every conversation. When it's over, both parties bow and take their leave. I watch the princes navigate the ballroom, each in their own way. There's Prince Serin's quiet statesmanship, Prince Nazir with his impenetrably thick skin, and Prince Aurelius, who incongruously charms his way through. Shocking, I know. Where is Raphael? I was like, Good evening, Master Rosencrantz. Raphael's sudden appearance at my side pulls me out of my thoughts. Yeah, me too. I glance at him and note that he's still wearing his uniform. Good to see you, Raphael. The Lord Regent invited me. I smile and he nods in return, though he makes no move to leave. Are you working tonight? Yes, it almost feels like the old days. Raphael smiles in fond reminiscence before sobering up. I just finished making preparations for the meeting after the banquet. It seems rather strange to that just slipped on my mouth. Oops. Ah, it seems rather strange to schedule a celebration just before the talks, don't you think? A soft chuckle escapes Raphael's lips. It's pragmatic, something the late king and the Marenians have in common. I can't help but raise a curious eyebrow. Rather than look at me, however, he watches the ongoing event. Have the celebration the day before, and everyone will be hungover in a bad mood. Having it the day after, meanwhile, risks no one attending, especially if things didn't go well. Therefore, holding them on the same night is pragmatic. I frown and look at the nearby group of nobles. One woman plucks a wine glass from her husband and starts angrily chiding him. In one of the other corners, three noblemen sit at a table that's been cleaned of plates and cutlery. Ledgers are strewn out, so I suppose they must be preparing for the negotiations. A few step away from them. Meanwhile, it is Councillor Gabrielle, who moves who moves gracefully from person to person, permitting and denying audiences as she goes. My nose is itchy. The late King and Marin had a rather close relationship, didn't they? Raphael nods. I watch as Councillor Gabrielle, realizing that this young woman could, with her influence in the Marin's court, make almost anything happen. Including war. The thought makes me feel uneasy. I have to ask, how has Eskia remained independent for so long? Marin has one of the largest standing armies in the whole region, which they are not afraid to use. And surely I forgot how to pronounce this word. Some carousing wouldn't be enough to keep things stable, wouldn't it? The late king was a very charismatic man, Master Rosencrantz. I was young, but I remember how scared people used to be of Marin. Raphael frowns, but then composes himself and shakes his head. Somehow, we always knew the king would keep us safe, and he did, though not without negotiations. I am not. Oh wait, I didn't read that. My nose is itchy all of a sudden. Fuck. Ugh. Are you familiar with the Gronus Accord? I shake my head. The Gronus Accord gives Marin access to the sea trade through a single port in Eskia, located in Gronos. The Marenians sent one of ugh, the Marenians sent one member of the royal family to our lands, and then he became the Duke of Gronos to manage sea trade between Marin and the east. In fact, he's the first one to be granted dukedom since. Raphael stops mid-sentence and frowns, suddenly self-aware. Oh, I think I get it. Although I wait for him to finish, he doesn't. I've studied Eskia's noble lineages and noted the lack of dukedoms. There's only one left as of today, and I've wondered if it has some hidden history. Raphael's silence, at least, confirms my suspicions. I see, so Duke Gronos must be a powerful man. Raphael shrugs. He is still an Eskian subject, but he's also an important liaison between our two kingdoms. Is he present today? No, he rarely travels because managing Kronos is quite time consuming. The princes have no jurisdiction over his fief. I frown, thinking back to all the travels we've done this past few months. It seems there are still some places we haven't seen. So he's nearly as powerful as the princess then. Raphael shakes his head and smiles. Like I said, he's still an Eskian subject, though House Kronos is in many ways separate. Politics, am I right? Ugh. Besides, there is no need to worry. The Duke shares a good relationship with the princess, especially Prince Aurelius, okay? I see. So that's how landlocked Marin gained access to the sea. Still, if they wanted the whole coast, they could just invade with their army. I hope the goodwill the king built up will remain after his death. I say it quietly, and Raphael's expression turns serious. Well, technically, it wouldn't do them favors to just invades without reason because that would war is expensive, guys, and like invading would just like be expensive and like give them trouble because they have to deal with like uprisings from both sides. Like imagine if the populace of Marin didn't agree with the actions, they could have uprising there and obviously some uprisings in the Eskia. Yeah, let's go world history. I'm also a nerd. so do so do all the nobles here. Truth is, the hours to follow will be incredibly important for Eskia's future. Silence falls over us, so I look at the nobles again. Somehow, I'm reminded of how young Eskia is, how fragile, how filled with secrets and fear, and how the young princes have been thrust into it all, expected to live up to their father's example. I'm sorry, my throat is like getting a bit tired. So like if my voice acting seems a bit whispery or like quieter compared to when we started, that's why. And I'm gonna drink water. Ah, now I want to burp again. God damn it! Please excuse me. Before I have time to wonder why Raphael suddenly retreated, I look up and notice Councillor Gabrielle moving towards us with a purposeful stride. Ooga, ma'am. I straightened up, watching her approach. Wait, okay. She sets her followers and hangers on with practiced ease, so she is left alone by the time she stands in front of me. Lady Gabrielle? Her smile is appreciative and amused at the same time. Master Rosenkreutz, I have heard much about you. You have? I tried to hide my surprise, and fail miserably. Councillor Gabrielle's eyes light up with glee at my floundering, so I blush. Yeah, that's me. I do that. I will do that. Oh, she invited us. Fuck. Wait, that actually genuinely surprised me. That's why the Lord Regent was insistent, huh? I invited you, didn't I? Oh, that explains why the Lord Regent invited me, I suppose, but why did she do so? In that case, I thank you. Is this your first time in Eskia, my lady? My question bores her. She must have heard it 100 times tonight. Yes, yes, it is. Though I must say, I thought it would be larger. I chuckle. To be honest, I thought the same thing when I first came here. It feels like one could walk across the entire kingdom in a day. Even still, Eskia is much larger than where I come from. Not that I'd say that. It is my turn to ask you then. Is this your first time in Eskia? Yes. I first arrived after receiving my appointment as the royal tutor. Counselor Gabrielle inclines her head, her brilliant her brilliant eyes lingering on me for too long to feel comfortable. She raises an eyebrow. Her smile, meanwhile, borders on impertinence. I understand that you are a member of the High Council, no? Perhaps you too should consider the title Counselor. Counselor Rosencrantz. Ooh, I like that title actually. Personally, it sounds nice. It has a nice ring to it. Counselor Cal. I blush and humbly lower my gaze. As a rather new member, I haven't yet achieved a proper title. I'm sure she knows that. Besides, the High Council feels so distant here in Eskia. I am happy with what I have. You're too modest, don't you think? From what I've heard, you're not very far from getting that title, even as the Council's youngest member of so far. How is it, sitting at the same table as your father? I open my mouth to answer, but she continues. Her smile never falters, even though her eyes narrow ever so slightly. And with him being the senior alchemist, no less. Quite achievements for both of you. It takes me a moment to realize what Counselor Gabrielle is insinuating. She assumes I only got appointed because of father? Yes, let's go, charisma. I used to fail that a lot as well, along with the etiquette, so I'm like, hee hee. An insult is an insult, even when wrapped in silk. However, considering the situation and the environment, I smile diplomatically. Do I just blow up if I don't have a charisma point? I just like, you, how dare you insult me and my father? Okay. I'm sure you know how it feels, Lady Gabrielle. I've heard that His Majesty, the Marengan King, has been fond of you even before your official appointment. Her eyes. Regardless, I believe my father would prefer me off the council. Gossip is rampant, and even the hardest workers will encounter it eventually. But he is proud of me nonetheless, since I've forged my own path. Councillor Gabrielle nods with approval, and I realize she must have had similar experiences. At last, she smiles. As he should be. You surely are intriguing, as they say. Ooh, boo, I got spooked. Before I have time to say anything more, the Lord Regent appears. Ah, Counselor. He only notices me when he comes closer. First, there's a surprised look, then a terse nod of acknowledgement. God, my nose is itchy. Hold on a fucking second. What can I do with this? Wait, I have alcohol here. Let me just. Ugh. Ah, that is a bad idea. It stings. Ah! Ow. Well, at least it's not itchy anymore. It fucking stings. Now I can't breathe and my nose fucking stings. Anyway, young young Rosenkreutz, I trust that you are enjoying yourself. I smile at Counselor Gabrielle and she returns it. In such company, how could I not? The Lord Regent looks to Counselor Gabrielle and then back at me. His expression grows a little cloudier. My apologies, but the chambers are prepared and the Regency Council is ready for our negotiations. If you'll excuse us, young Rosenkreutz. Counselor Gabrielle smiles dazzlingly and puts a hand on the Lord Regent's arms. Of course, my lord. And thank you, Master Rosenkreutz, for the most stimulating conversation. Stimulating conversation, man, what a choice of words. The two leave, gathering up a posse of followers as they go. It is immediately obvious that the banquet is over, even if not officially. What is Eskia's future? And more importantly, what sort of person is Counselor Gabrielle? Man, how long is this game? I suppose all I can do is hope for the best, since it's all out of my hands. True. Now what? I don't have Okay, week 24. I already have this. I don't need to worry about that, but I do need to save. Hmm. Oh yeah. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I don't need that. I don't fuck. Missions. What is this? Okay. Sala. Should we do some tasks? Birds. I don't want to be with Nazir right now. The servant's approval. I failed that last time, so I'm not sure how useful I'll be. What is this? Iron bar. I don't think we should make anything yet. Like, unless we explicitly know it's coming. And like, since we save anyway. Uh, 54, 60, 53. So etiquette and okay, let's put etiquette and oh wait, fuck, the combat is falling behind a bit actually. Bonk. 54. Okay, we can put leadership just in case. Mm-hmm. I think I think that's fine. Okay, and like I guess this is fine as well. I don't really have anything. Or yeah, you know what? Let's do a mission. Okay. It's more interesting. We can always go back just in case it doesn't work for us. Yeah. Wait, I need to breathe. Sally recently asked me of something rather unique. She wanted me to find her a rare herb called moonshade, a beautiful plant that glows silver in darkness. It is said that when steeped in tea, it tastes of spring and starlight and rewinds the drinker's age by 7 years. Oh, goodness. I was, of course, skeptical of the last few rumors. How can moonshade taste of starlight? But Sella has been good to me, so I was happy to do something for her in return. True. The forest in which the plant grows is steeped in magic and rife with dangerous creatures, hence why Sala could not retrieve the herb herself. I planned to find the herb during the night, reasoning that it would be easier to spot. Despite the greater risk, I was confident that this was an easier option. Okay. After making sure the guards would recognize me upon my return, I did not want a repeat of my arrival as royal tutor. I slipped out of the palace. The moon was high and full in the sky before I ventured into the forest. It was beautiful indeed. Moonlight drenched the landscape in silver, clinging to the leaves, to the mossy tree trunks, and to the ominous shadows I kept seeing in the corner of my eye. I shook my head. The nights often bring such delusion, and even the most horrifying monster was nothing to fear if it would not reveal itself. I spotted the flower easily under the cloak of darkness. It was regal, delicate little thing, its 5 petals glowing with lunar radiance. Satisfied, I harvested all that Sala asked for me and prepared to leave. Bonk. Hey! That's unfair. Wolves. Oh, that's the first time I got a cutscene in the fucking mission. Shi- Do I die here? Fur shining quicksilver bright, eyes with dark with malice and steel. For a moment, I stand perfectly still, grounded as is in an ancient tree, though I am restrained not by time, but by fear. The leader growls and lunges at me, and I snap out of my stupor? I don't remember. Just in time to return a lethal injury into a surface one. Without a second thought, I run, cursing fluently at my lack of foresight and the sterling bright moon. It is just light enough for wolves to see me, and as I discover moments later, too dim to fully illuminate the maze of roots under my feet, do I just die? Bah. I fall into the mossy ground, my legs seizing in pain. Wincing, I feel for my chest, and my hand comes away slick with blood as dark as rubies. I taste it on my tongue, iron and heat, and the last thing I see is a crescent perfect arc of bloody claws. I die. We died to wolves! We got our first death, guys! Look at that! What are 3 bonus stats? Oh, that was so funny. Okay, that was so funny. Um, okay. What did I gain? Three bonus stats. Okay. Okay. Let's do that after we get combat stats. You know what? Okay, fine. Ugh. Mm, we'll give them everything that they have in zero just in case. Because I don't want a repeat of what happened last time. Fire. What do you not have? Darkness. Okay. Boosh. My nose is still itchy. God damn it. What is going on? Ugh. Master Rosenkreutz. Stella's small figure to stand in, slips forward to stand in front of me, stopping me mid-track in the corridors. Stella! Hey, I died, you know? Dipping into an elegant curtsy, she regards me with a faint smile. My apologies for bothering you. I hope to bring you a request. Of course. What do you need? It's actually Miss Marigold who asked. She is one of the palace's staff and requested a batch of healing salve. I remember the beautiful servant I met but a few weeks ago and can't help but frown. A healing salve? Did she get hurt? No, I do not believe so. I suppose it's rather meant to be a preventative measure. I pause, pondering about what Sala could possibly mean, but decide to not dig further into it. Healing salve is easy enough to synthesize. Of course, if you're too busy, please feel free to reject the request. I'll accept it, bro. I'll take it. Thank you kindly, Master Rosenkreutz. If possible, 4 weeks. Please deliver the items to Miss Marigold in 4 weeks. Okay. 4 weeks. Oh wow. I step into the Merchants Guild and am immediately bombarded by noise and opulence. The people inside fit the surroundings because everywhere I look, there are rich robes and expensive jewelry. A. Nobles and merchants minge freely. I remind myself that everyone is dressed for the announcement of a new representative. Ooh, do I have enough approval from the merchants? I don't think so. The Eskian Merchants Guild is one of the most powerful institutions in the kingdom, after all. Though its official representative, the guild negotiates with the palace on all matters regarding trade, taxes, tariffs, permits, markets, and so on. Simply put, if you want to trade in Eskia, you do it through them. I suppose in that sense, almost every ounce of wealth in the kingdom flows through these halls at some point. I cannot help but feel extremely out of place. Yeah, well, why am I here? Normally, a simple tutor would have no business here, but I have an invitation. Wow, I'm just getting invited everywhere. After all, someone here commissioned me to make a ghost. Oh, the ghost bell! A rare but useful item for travelers as a gift to the new representative. Bro! I have the ghost bell! What the fuck are you talking about? Wait a fucking minute. Wait, what? No, load it. I have it, don't I? Do I not? Oh, now, well, what? Well, yeah, it's gonk. Okay, we will try to get this, okay? We will have to backtrack a bit, unfortunately. Uh, finally, some riveting gameplay from Cal. Uh, okay. No, stop overwriting it. Get back there. Okay, serin, and then skip. Ah, oh, my nose is terribly itchy today. I don't know why. Yeah. Also, I need to pee. Oh, it's the same. Wait, let's see. What do we need? We need dark and what now? Dark and light. 40 for all princes. You have. Okay, we can't get it, guys. I'm so dumb. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and then we'll sort this out. BRB. Hello, I'm back. Ah, okay, so um we don't have jack shit, guys. Bam bam bam. Mm, mate, I don't know cuz we can't possibly reach that amount even if we backtrack like 2 saves ago because we have to get the fire and water for the wine thingy. I'm just like, go minute. It's just so hard to balance, but like, hey, that's gameplay for you. You use your fucking brain, man. 30, 61. Okay. Gunk, gunk, gunk. Okay. Accept the request. Gung, gung, gung. Oh, wait. Okay. Mm-hmm. Soon after entering, I find one of the. We'll get the bell on Aurelius's run. Mm-hmm. Soon after, please remind me. Soon after entering, I found one of the master merchants who commissioned the bell. I sincerely apologized and told him if there were any other requests, he can let me know so I can make up for this. He listens to my explanation but excuses himself as soon as he can. My gaze follows him. Oh, hello? Okay. Eventually, he joins a group of other merchants who are crowded around a young, pretty woman with a flower in her hair. Given the way they fawn over her, she must be important. That's Viola Belmont, the new representative. Whoa. I jump in surprise. The guard haven't snuck up on me. He places a heavy gloved hand on my shoulder, but his smile is terse at best. What is your business here, my liege? Nothing, I was just leaving. In that case, well, sus. I'm just paranoid because I don't want to die, man. In that case, let me escort you. In truth, I'm happy to leave, but Viola stays in my mind as I head home. Something tells me we'll meet again soon. Yeet. Hmm? The aforementioned cloth has been sent to you along with this letter. We humbly request your aid with its enchantment, Master Rosencreutz. I look up from up I look up upon the parchment and glance at the package sitting on my desk, then return to the letter. You said it came this morning. Yes, Master Rosencreutz. From the Merchants Guild. Yes, as you can tell from the sigil. My cat is on the table. Hello, baby. Come here. Come. Ugh. But I was just there 2 days ago. Indeed, Master Rosencreutz. Eskian merchants are rumored to be quick and efficient, and above all else, opportunistic. Oh, opportunistic by the literal meaning of the word. I can't swallow my frustration, so a groan ends up escaping my lips. Only 2 days have passed since I went to the Merchants Guild and caught a glimpse of their new representative. My apologies for not finishing the ghost bell on time, and my promise to make it up to them with another request has been taken quite literally, it seems. So they would like me to enchant this cloth, to make it more durable for Miss Belmont's travels. It seems so. Additionally, this item is to be delivered to Miss Belmont in 9 weeks. I suppose, if there's nothing else, that's a fair amount of time. The real question is, do I have enough to spare? Bruh, let's just do it. It's how I roll. Oh well, I suppose that's fine. It's 9 weeks. I think we can, depending on what it needs. And also we need to make up for like bitching in the ghost bill. Please let them know that I'll take care of it. Yes, Master Rosencrantz. I'll put a reminder on your schedule. Setting the letter and cloth aside, Raphael regards me with much more serious expression. What now? Now then, I'm afraid I need to bring something else to your attention. Let's hear it. Perhaps you've heard that next week will be the annual royal hunt. Mhm. As the High Council's official delegate and the Prince's royal tutor, you will be accompanied by one of them. The one you choose will remain with you. Date part 2 will remain with you from the beginning to the end. They will join you for breakfast before the assembly as well as for the celebrations in the evening. Please let Please let me know who you would like to accompany, and I shall assist you in replying to their invitation. So wait, that means all three of them invited me, unlike last time, where Aurelius was just like somewhere fucking off. Raphael puts 3 letters on my desk, and I look at them. Such a big hunt is bound to be dangerous, as it will be exciting. From what I've heard, Prince Aurelius is an avid and skilled hunter. If I want to enjoy this event to the fullest, it might be a good idea to. Oh my goodness, what is that? It might be a good idea to join him. On the other hand, I won't probably as pleasant as Prince Serin, who will stay by my side without fail. Yeah, that's why we go for him. Finally, there's Prince Nazir. I can't imagine him taking this event seriously. In fact, I'm certain he'll want to mingle with the commoners instead. If I may give you a piece of advice. Yes, all of Eskia's factions are present, and so will the ambassadors and nobles of Marin. Whoever you choose to go with will leave a. I thought this was just a romance thing. Why must my decisions have consequences? Bruh. You get game. Whoever you choose to go with will leave a long lasting impression, one that you may not be able to change afterwards. How long is this game? I'm so fucking scared. I suggest you choose the prince you feel closest to. Oh, is this the root choosing thingy? Vibrating. Okay, fine. Wait, so you are you meaning to tell me the fucking common root is this long? 24 weeks? Okay. Thank you, Raphael. Ah! It is! Oh my goodness. Man, I love it. Let's go, Saren. Thank you for your advice ever so much, Raphael. I will be joining the hunt with Prince Saren. Certainly, I shall prepare the reply. Taking a deep breath, I feel myself tremble in anticipation. It's been a while since I've participated in a proper hunt. Perhaps I should visit the barracks this week to polish my combat skills? Yes. Okay, what do we need? This one is week 28, it is 24. Let us focus on this, but let's check. Let's check. What do we need for a solve? Okay, we can do it right now. What do we need for? Is it the same cloth? Hold a fucking second. Yeah, it's the same cloth. 200. I think I have enough coins for that. Yeah. Okay, finally! Jesus Christmas. Okay. Also, what about the spring water? What happened to that? Do we just have it on hand just in case? Oh, wait, let's save as well. I forgot about that. My nose is incredibly itchy. I hate it. What do we have here? I think we shall do uh check our. Do you think that's enough? I don't think it's enough. So like one more and then we'll try to do Sala's request and not die. Oh, my salary is increasing. It used to be 75. I just noticed that. Even from afar, I can hear the bustle of activity and see colorful flags spreading across the field. Oh, it seems like every noble house in the kingdom is present on the hunting ground today. Ow. Aristocrats sit astride chargers and are armed with boar spears. They gesture empathetically at each other and occasionally towards the sunlit forest. Tables are set, but remain empty at the moment. The servants must have worked all night to prepare such an impressive amount of food. Nearby merchants hawk loudly from their stands, selling cool drinks, sweetmeats, and grindstones. And of course, commoners mill about too, some as spectators, and others as footmen and valets. I want to sneeze. Hold on. Oh, thank you. I just realized my phone closed. Oh no. Uh, mm, it has been chilly, guys. I cannot. Uh, I'm so sneezy, guys. Okay. A bit farther away, I spot Counselor Gabrielle and her escort. Surprisingly, she doesn't seem to mingle with the Eskia nobility. I suppose she must enjoy the thrill of hunt on her own. Respect. Respect. Of course, the princes are here too. Aurelius, aloof and haughty. Nazir cheerfully trying to balance his boar spear on his palm. And Serin, who stands by my side. Look at his soft gaze. He's so pretty and so usually he's not my type. I usually go for the edgy boys like Aurelius, but I don't know. He kind of grew on me, I guess. You may not be able to tell, but Aurelius has been looking forward to the day. Has he? He looks the same as ever. Prince Saren chuckles softly as if to say, of course he does. Suddenly, Prince Aurelius looks at our way and gives us an ironic salute with his saber. Did he somehow sense we were talking about him? Prince Saren replies by giving a salute of his own. In response, his brother's stoic expression briefly breaks into a grin. Then it fades and look away. Ah, the competitive type, I see. Well, I mean, that should be obvious from the demo where he just like calls us for tea and then throws us a fucking sword and goes, on guard. Mm-hmm. My brother is eager to take the boar for himself. If you have no desire to kill it, if you have no desire to kill it, I'd ask that you leave it for him. I intend to do the same. Aw. Well, okay, if you say so, Saren. Gladly, Your Highness. My voice betrays just how relieved I am. As we wait for things to begin, Prince Saren explains the art of parforce with a parforce hunting with me. We will hunt with hounds, horses, and spears. No bows and arrows are needed. If the situation calls for it, boars can run faster than horses, and even hounds, so a great deal of persistence and technique are needed to pursue it. But as long as we trail a bit behind the others, there should be little chance we'll run into a boar. Correct? Prince Saren nods and gives me a reassuring smile. I do not remember any of that. What? I mean, none of the information he just told me retained. Hold on, let me just maybe it will be important, so I need to read that again. If the situation calls for it, boars can run faster than horses and even hounds. So a great deal of persistence into okay. Boars are just fast, period. Okay. Oh, he says the line. Okay. Stay close to me, Cal. Excitement surges through me, and what the prince said was so unexpected that I don't even think to tease him about it. I lower my gaze, if only so he doesn't see my brief blush. Oh, all right. At the head of the gathering, Garion breaks away from an animated discussion with the houndsman and strides onto a makeshift wooden platform, then makes an announcement. Oh, the music. Ready to hunt! The crowd of excited aristocrats roar back at him enthusiastically. The hunt is on. French. Taileha? I I think I pronounced that wrong. He holds his boar spear high to emphasize the point. The rest of us follow suit, and the field glitters with raised pikes. That word, that word, that word. Chanting the war cry and throbbing with barely restrained bloodlust, the hunting party streams into the forest. Let's go. I nod. The commoners follow behind us, thoroughly thrilled by the festivities. Tally ho, tally ho, tally ho. Soon the hounds pick up the scent. After exchanging a glance with Garion, the houndsman loosens his grip, and the dogs spring forward all at once. A long whoop of delight crashes through the forest. The party darts after the pack, with Prince Aurelius at its front. As Prince Serin anticipated, following an unseen boar pursued by an equally unseen pack of hounds is tricky. The minutes pass by. Huntsmen fall away from the rest of us in twos and threes, bewildered by the forest's twists and turns. A few bring their exhausted horses to a stop, as do some who perhaps were never really eager to fight a boar in the first place. Thankfully, Prince Serin appears by my side and nudges me in the right direction whenever I'm in danger of losing my way. Leaves and branches fly past. Oh my god, I can't read. My nose is so itchy. Oh my god. In all the excitement, the sun is blurry and bright. My mount's my mount's galloping hooves carrying me through the brown and green foliage, and the wind cuts in my face as we go. Over time, the hound's baying grows louder and louder. My hands tighten around the reins as we draw closer to a nearby riverbank. We have him. At the front, Prince Aurelius comes to a stop and everyone else follows his lead. I look up to see our quarry? Yeah, our quarry for the first time. Boar. It's the boar. It's nearly as tall as a horse and is covered in a coat of thick, rough bristles. At the moment, it's fording the river as if knowing that it's fording the river as if knowing that will mask its scent. Okay. Oh goodness. Its tusks are coated in fresh blood, far more than what it could have drawn from its regular prey. I suppose a few dogs won't be returning to Royal Kennel tonight. Oh. Suddenly, the boar raises its head. The two of us make eye contact for a long, uncomfortable moment, and then it bellows a challenge. Watch out! Faster than the eye could follow, the beast throws itself at me with all its weight. I imagine I could have died there. I steadied my grip on the reins and kicked my horse to evade the boar's charge, and just in time too. Before I could ready my spear, however, there's a blur of movement beside me. Ha! Sorry. Ha! Prince Aurelius' hand is steady and his aim is true. He rams the full length of his spearhead into the beast, stopped only by the crossguard, and the boar is brutally driven to the ground. Shriek. Grunting and panting, the boar bucks with all its might in an attempt to dislodge the spear from its hide. The prince strains to keep both his grip on the weapon and his seat on the horse. Yeah, I imagine that would be hard. Imagine like you just get pulled off and you're off the horse. Oop. Soon enough, the other huntsmen catch up. They dismount and rush to aid the prince, unsheathing falchions? Falchion swords and sabers in the process. Cal! Prince Serin rides up to my side, his face anxious and unhappy. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. I'm all right, Your Highness. He scrutinizes me for a long moment, then sighs. Hold on. I'm glad. Uh, the boar squeals and it struggles to escape becomes even more frantic. The ring of hunters closes in since everyone is eager to land a killing blow. I'm glad too, I murmured, then turned away so I don't have to see the beast's last moments. I turned to Prince Serin and, oh, whoa, watch out! An instinct translates a glint on the undergrowth into a warning. Certain leaves and branches rustle, even though there isn't any wind to move them. Arrow? Someone? Twang. Thanks to my warning, Prince Serin moves at the last possible second. An arrow passes where his neck would have been. Oh, whoa! An assassination attempt? Then his horse lets out a shrill whinny and starts bucking. Calm down. The prince, already startled by the near miss, has some difficulty keeping on his hands on his reins. Serin! Ah. Ah! A particularly violent spasm throws him to the ground, and he barely managed to cast the levitation in time. There's only an inch between Prince Serin and the forest floor when the spell takes effect, slowing the possibly fatal fall. I sigh in relief, but my heart fills with dread again a moment later. The horse, having shaken off its rider, is galloping about, mindlessly kicking and trampling in all directions. At any moment, one of those hooves could strike a prone and helpless Seren, and I said, "Calm down." Oh, oh, Mm, okay. A faint nimbus glows around the prince's brow, and a halo appears over the rampaging steed. What was his specialty again? It's light and wood, was it? Because like Nazir is wind and fire, and Aurelius is darkness and water. Its agitated movements slow down, then stop altogether. Despite the dangerous situation we were in moments ago, I can't help but feel delight, even pride, if only as a teacher, at Seren's display of light magic. Oh, because, oh yeah, he's an quote unquote empath. Are you hurt, Your Highness? I dismount my horse and rush to him, keeping an eye out for more arrows. Thankfully, there are none. I'm all right, thanks to your quick acting. The nobles. Whoa, what are they doing off screen? Okay. The nobles, who managed to finish off the boar while we were distracted, hurry over. To be honest, I never thought I'd be happy to see them, but I am. Cal, where's the arrow? Huh? I thought it looked like. No, that's irrelevant. Please help me look for it. Before I can ask why, Prince Aaron's oh, what? Oh, dog. Not mine, neighbors. Okay. Before I can ask why, Prince Seren's sharp and urgent demeanor cuts me off. I decide that the questions can wait and start combing through the undergrowth. Because I focus my efforts on where I saw the arrow disappear, it doesn't take long before solid wood and stiff feathers brush the edge of my palm. Here it is! I walk over to the prince, who wordlessly whisks the arrow out of my hands. Then he inspects it for a long moment and slides into his tunic. Please don't tell anyone you found this. My jaws drop and I shoot him a blank stare. Please trust me for now, Cal. I'll explain everything as soon as I can. I trust you. I trust you. I gingerly throw one of Prince Seren's arm around my shoulder, supporting himself with me on one side and a tree trunk on the other. He slowly rises to his feet. Could it be perhaps that the arrow was meant for us? Like, of course, there's like a chance that it is for Seren, since the throne things and like maybe killing him off in favor for one of the other princes, but like it could be for us as well. A lot of like there was a whole segment with the assassins coming after us. So I need water. What, mate? We'll be stopping real soon. Even though wait. Actually, know what? No, let's keep moving. Did you sprain anything? I can. Seren. Prince Aurelius places himself in front of his brother, almost as if trying to shield him away with his body. Buddy. Are you hurt? Do you need medical attention? I'm so used to Prince Aurelius. My God, his name is a mouthful. I'm so used to Prince Aurelius' usual coldness that his concern startles me almost as much as the arrow did. No, I'm fine. More and more hunters assemble around us with every passing second. Everyone tries their best to explain what happened, or rather, what they think happened. Your Highness! Garion. Garion and a few royal guards appear, causing a fresh ripple of excitement to wash over the crowd. Upon seeing them, Prince Serin rises to his feet, trying and failing to seem as nonchalant as possible. Please say you're well, Your Highness. I'll never forgive myself if you come to harm because of my negligence. At ease, Garion. I'm perfectly fine. Thank goodness. I heard that assassins. We don't know if that was what they were. All eyes fall on the prince when his cool and firm voice cuts Garion off. It could have been a peasant hoping to catch a small prey when no one was looking. So someone did shoot an arrow at you. It isn't often that Prince Seren seems nervous, but he bites his lower lip. Whatever his reasons, I suppose he doesn't want to make a big deal out of this. Just as I'm thinking about... Oh, goodness. That's a bit loud. I'll let it shut up for a bit. Just as I'm thinking... Just as I'm thinking about how to help him, Prince Aurelius's cold gaze falls on me, and I freeze. Uh, hmm. He narrows his eyes, scrutinizes me for a moment, and turns to Prince Seren again. Understood. Your Highness? Garion, have your guards scour the area. Look for everyone carrying, or who was seen carrying bows, arrows, and other ranged weapons. If there are commoners, round them up as well. Turning back to us, the prince gives a curt nod. I will personally question them later. Prince Seren heaves a sigh of relief. He hasn't mentioned the arrow even once. It seems that whatever I'm missing, Prince Aurelius has caught it. Thank you. Garion, perhaps as confused as I am, hesitates for a moment before complying. Yes, Your Highness. You heard the princess! All of you! Spread out! The guards immediately do so, and far faster than I've ever seen armored men move. Prince Seren and I exchanged a quick glance. He gives his head a tiny, almost imperceptible shake. I reply by bowing in oh my, what is that word? Acquiescence? I reply by bowing in acquiescence. I will look that up in a dictionary later. I actually don't know what that means. By nightfall, everyone has returned to the royal palace. Although the morning's hunt should have been considered wildly successful, with Prince Aurelius taking the boar, the mood is tense. A dozen or so commoners have been rounded up by Garion's guards and are waiting to be questioned by Prince Aurelius. Prince Desir, returning from who knows where, seems like the only excited person in the dining hall. But even his cheerful behavior can't seem to lift the solemn atmosphere. Oh? Okay. Why my chambers specifically? After dinner, I find myself alone in my chambers with Prince Seren. I'm sorry, Master Rosencrantz. As he apologizes, the prince lowers his head. I suppose he might be more comfortable with where we are than I am, but it's our best chance at privacy. I give a small, almost dismissive wave in response. There's no need to apologize, Your Highness. We have more pressing issues to discuss. For example, why did you want to hide the arrow? Prince Seren reaches into his clothes, produces a small case, and opens the lid. Inside it is the arrow, which is short, thick, and dark. The feathers are still stiff and gleam in the light. Note the marking. Marking? Just below the arrowhead. I bring the arrow closer to my face and examine it far more carefully. Sure enough, there's a tiny crest next to the head. If Seren hadn't brought my attention to it, I would have never noticed. I frown. It seems familiar, but I can't recall where I saw it. You're very perceptive, Your Highness. Hardly. Councillor Gabrielle was showing me the new batch of arrows she commissioned last week. I double take and my face turns pale. Counselor? That's right. The same wings are embroidered on Lady Gabrielle's cape. However, Why would an arrow she commissioned be aimed at one of the Eskia's princes? Your Highness, I haven't interacted with her much, but I don't think she would be stupid or bold enough to sign a murder weapon. I don't. Fuck. I don't think so either. It seems like a setup to me, with the intent of creating a friction between Eskia and Marin. Oh, that would be pretty dicey. If if Serin got shot and then like the arrow was marked by Marin, there would be enough grounds to like create enough conflict and possibly like war. And someone wants that apparently either from Marin's side or from Eskia's side. Whew. So someone wants to make the peace negotiations fail, yeah. Prince Saren gives a grim nod. So that's why he didn't want anyone to find the arrow. The gossiping nobles would have certainly had a field day. Ever since my father's death, the relationship between our two kingdoms have worsened. Right now, even the slightest bit of friction is dangerous. I plan to investigate this on my own, since I know that, with a little time, I'm almost certain to uncover something. Until then, I'd like you to keep this a secret. Very well. My lips are sealed. I'm grateful for your help as always. Prince Seren retrieves the arrow and stands up. If you excuse me, Master Rosencrantz. Cal. The prince hesitates for a second, only for a rare, playful smile to flash across his face. Cal, then. Good night. Sleep well. I watch his back as he goes. In the flickering candlelight, Prince Seren's slim, solitary figure seems small and vulnerable. And stay safe! He raises a hand and waves without turning around, then leaves the room. In the end, I'm left alone with only my anxiousness to keep me company. Seren, I pray for your safety. Hee hee. Oh? Oh, whoa. Okay, should we move forward or stop? Because we've been going for 2 hours. I suppose we could go a bit forward, even though this is like a nice place to stop. Because like I'm very invested in what the heck's going on. No, let's get like maybe to week 27. Let's see. I have all the items requested, correct? Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Missions. I think what is this? Okay, okay. This one. I think I think I have enough. Combat. What is my combat? 69. Yeah. I mean, we could save, and then if we die, then cool. But if we don't die, then all cooler, I suppose. I'm sorry if like my voice keeps getting blocked. I'm trying to scratch my nose. I don't know why. Am I getting allergic to something? What is in my room right now? There's nothing in my room. Also, I'm not allergic to anything but chalk. Yeah, what the fuck? Why? Yeah, that's why I'm so perplexed. Why is my nose so itchy? I don't have allergies to anything. Not that I'm aware of, at least. Oh, I did save. Okay, let's do this. Yay! Oh, that's a lot. OMG. I was then attacked by wolves. Nothing major, really, compared to the new and exciting threat. True, compared to the new and exciting threat of assassination. But I must have been quite a sight coming out of the forest, my clothes tantalizingly tattered and splattered with blood not of my own, clutching a half mauled satchel like a lifeline. Trivialities. Oh my goodness, I am such a badass. When eventually I found my way back into the palace, I was in a sour mood indeed. Luckily, the guards were of proper breeding this time and let me in without a fuss. Imagine just fucking strolling in the fucking palace gates and then like being the two guards and like looking. Holy shit, that's a bloodied person. Yeah, I'd be scared shitless too. Like man, MC badass. As a silver lining, although I was Although, if I was being completely honest, I had quite enough of silver at this point. Moonshade tea happened to be particularly favored by the princess and the regent. Sala, in her effortlessly elegant manner, let slip that I was the one who retrieved the notoriously difficult herb. I suppose my lack of permanent scarring was something to be impressed by. Aw, see? Okay. Oh. I know that many high-born ladies and some gentlemen spend hours every morning and night being tended to by servants, including their hair, their makeup, and their clothes. In many cases, it is an extension of a noble's daily social routine. Friends and confidants sometimes join them during their various stages of getting dressed and ready. However, Stella's technique is very different from what I imagine the nobles usually do. She begins by massaging my temples with oil, which is infused with a soothing spell. Headaches, I didn't even realize I had melt away under her soft yet strong fingers. And when she moves my scalp, it takes everything I have to keep purring in delight. Yes, yes, in true catboy fashion, we are purring in delight. For a brief moment, all my stresses disappear. I can't help but smile. While she works, Sala begins humming a little melody, one that almost sounds like a lullaby. What is it that you're humming, Sala? I do not need to see her to sense the smile on her face as she answers, her fingers still massaging my head. It is an older song. Oops, voice. Mm. It is an older song. The king used to sing it to the princess when they were young. That explains it, though the melody seems a little odd. Perhaps it isn't Eskian in origin? Whatever it is, there is something vaguely familiar about it. It's definitely old, but then again, most lullabies are. Sala begins brushing my hair. Oh, wait. The oil from before helps her slide through with gentle, but still firm strokes. I like massages, especially when they're like hard, because like soft massages feel like tickling. And while I'm not awfully ticklish, a lot of people comment on that, like, Cal, why the fuck aren't you ticklish? What's wrong with you? Like, you know how a lot of people like sneak up on you and try tickling you? I'm just like, the fuck are you doing? Because like I'm not ticklish at all, except for like one body part, but like I like to think that it's rather unpleasant to go out your way to touch that. So yeah, that's my only weakness. uh Massages are like the best when they're hard because that's where you hit the stuff, right? Yeah. Now I want a massage. I haven't had a good massage in a while. Oh, that's a lie. I had my mom massage me when I was like really sick a week ago, where I had to like quarantine myself. I'm still in quarantine, but like, yeah, and I'm still sick, but like I don't have the fever and the heavy body aches anymore. But like, the spa massages, I miss those. The one where you just chillax, not because your body is like hurting like fuck. Yeah. Thanks to that and her magic, she doesn't even have to pull on the more problematic areas. Your affinity with the water element is quite miraculous, Sala. Thank you, although it doesn't feel like an affinity, Master Rosenkreutz. I simply sit by the spring and collect what I need. Without thinking, I bring my hand up to my throat and feel the petal markings that form the collar around my neck. This is what makes me different from the homunculi like Sala, whose connection to the magic is direct. That must be also why she isn't aging. Well, I am. Well, all of us in the House Rosenkreutz are. To think that Sala gets to live forever in a young body that was made for her, while my family remains separated from the wellspring of magic that is her birthright. Does your throat hurt, Master Rosenkreutz? Do you want me to apply some ointment? No, no. It's fine. I bring my hand down again, but her fingers briefly stop. She must have caught the slight break in my voice. To distract us both, I force a smile and turn to look at her. I wonder, why are you doing all of this, Sala? Hey. I just inadvertently keep passing my charisma this run. Cool. I suggestively raise a brow, but she only responds with a predictable, perfectly polite smile. Maybe you're preparing me for a romantic rendezvous? Sensational? Romantic? Hmm. She continues brushing my hair, a thoughtful expression on her face. Oh my god, she knows. That's the face of someone who knows. Look at it. What do you know that I don't? Probably a lot, but yeah. Well, I am preparing you for dinner at the royal table tonight, but Prince Serin will be the one responsible for making it I knew it. I knew it. She knows something. Something's up. Her smile now has the barest hint of impatience in it. A tomato red blush burns my cheek for a moment, but at least I managed to distract her for only a moment. Oh god, solid a matchmaker. Let's go. A slight shiver of anticipation passes through me. I haven't had the time to talk privately with the prince since the last week's hunt. Oh, I forgot it's like weeks in passing, not by days. Oh my god. Car. Ignoring my embarrassment, Sala starts braiding my hair. Braiding my hair? How? I have short hair. Dude, dude, I mean, as the masculine presenting MC, I am only here to make sure you look your best. Yeah, what do you braid there, fam? Do I actually have long hair behind that? What? I mean, I like braids, but like even in my actual long hair in real life, they don't stay on because of the texture of my hair. They're quite slippery. So they just become ugly loose things uh after like an hour, which makes me sad. I like braids. But like since I've had very short hair, and now months in I still have short hair, not enough to braid. I haven't had braids in a while. I can tell you've had a hard few weeks, and I figured you would want to look good tonight. Prince Aaron as well. He has been worried about your well-being. Has he? He really worries too much about me. I wasn't even the one in danger last week. Oh. Not entirely sure how to respond, I accept their concern gracefully. Dinner with Prince Saren, after all, his pampering does sound like a wonderful end to the day, if nothing else. Russell. Huh? A confused sound escapes my lips as I open my eyes, blinking through the mental haze that comes along with sleep. Aw, did we skip through the fucking dinner? Raphael's apologetic gaze meets mine. I'm sorry, Master Rosenkreutz. I didn't mean to wake you. He shoots me a weak smile, bronze skin gleaming in the candlelight. I notice that he's holding up a thin blanket, and was most likely about to cover me with it. Do I sleep in my study? Did I just accidentally sleep in my study? Oh, I definitely do that. No. My voice comes out quieter than intended. I must have fallen asleep while doing research. Yeah. Rubbing my cheek with one hand, I moved the other to smooth out the pages that were crumpled under my weight. But seeing as now you're awake, perhaps you should go back to your quarters for a well-deserved rest. Whatever research you were committed to, I dare say it can wait until morning, where you can tackle the task with a clear mind. I'll do just that. Thank you for your concern, Raphael. No need. I should be apologizing for your heavy workload. The requests and commissions. Oh my god, my brain. The requests and missions have been coming in with no signs of stopping. You have a tendency to overwork yourself too, Master Rosenkreutz. Oh god, I am feeling attacked. So I should take better care of you. It isn't the workload, but last week's hunt's still on my mind. However, I keep that to myself. It's fine, I promise. Well, should you ever feel like it's too much, please tell me. I can reject the requests in your stead. Oh, he can do that? Oh, well, I never rejected any requests so far. I just failed to accomplish the magic bell. I appreciate it. Words alone cannot express my gratitude towards Raphael, so I leave it at that. I'm thankful for him too. I drag myself from my chair and towards the bedroom, but he accompanies me the whole way, as if certain I'm going to keel over somewhere. Yeah. When we arrive, Raphael lingers outside my door for a moment. Good night, Master Rosenkreutz. And good night to you too, as well, Raphael. We. Okay. Oop, 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 oop. We need to save. Save, save. We are running out of save slots. I bet it ends at over 10. Oh my goodness. What can we do? Avian infestation, wooden swing, superstitious. What did I do? Wooden charm. Choir. Hmm. Okay. Cursed room. What is my servant approval? Bonk. I cannot see. Already synthesized. I have it, mate. Commoners. Noble. I'm not gonna risk it, but like, let's see what else. Uh, inquire. This is store owner. Wooden charm. Uh, wooden swing. Charm, 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 charm. No, that's cream tarts. Dumbass. Charm? Explosive. Okay. Charm? Glass beads. What the? Where the fuck is the charm? Charm? Fruit serum. Where's that charm? Milk. There's no charm. How? I don't have it. This one is on wooden planks. I guess we'll just do the class then. Okay, this one tea extract. I have enough intelligence. I don't need anything. Yeah. Let's just do the class. We saved anyway, it's fine. 69, 60, 54. My etiquette is quite lacking. We should. Okay. Okay. This should be fine. We need to change these in the next week. Please. The sun shines down from the cloudless sky. A warm western wind blows pleasantly. Thanks to both, the palace garden seems especially beautiful today. On days like today, a stroll through the foliage clears the head of cobwebs and prepares me for planning tomorrow's lesson. The garden boasts exotic flowers from distant countries, secluded corners with benches under shade giving trees, and fountains filled to overflowing with cool water. That sounds lovely. I would like a place like that. I haven't been to a park in ages. God. There is a park nearby, but like it was like closed because of the pandemic. I haven't gone out of my room, actually, not just my house. I haven't gone out of my room in a very long while. Sala once mentioned that the late queen had quite a hand in creating the garden's strange beauty. Since then, every time I walk through, I try to imagine the mysterious queen placing trees and flowers along the gently curving path. Oh, this time my feet led me to a secluded section I've never visited before, which is hidden behind an ivy colored gate. I immediately noticed the color coordinated plants in silver, white, and green. It creates a pleasing, if monochromatic, effect. Then in the corner, I discover a patch of flowers standing out like drop of dark wine on a white napkin. Daring red petals push out of the newly turned dirt. Oh, someone just planted them. Okay. Intrigued, I kneel to scrutinize them more closely. They're clearly new, and even my non gardener eyes can tell someone must have planted them fairly recently. Those seem specially well cared for. They bloom so happily, I'm about to search a gardener to ask when someone speaks up from behind, startling me to attention. Stranger? Aren't they gorgeous? God, I thought it was. Calming my racing heart, I turned to face an elderly gentleman, clearly a noble of some kind, based on his clothing. My lord, forgive me, I didn't notice your presence. No, I apologize for the fright, young master. I relaxed slightly before looking at the flowers, then back at him. They are beautiful. However, I am afraid I don't recognize them. The nobleman nods and adopts a wistful expression. Those flower only grows in certain parts of southern Eskia. very close to the border. They are very particular. Soil, sunlight, temperature, and so on. All of those must be absolutely ideal, then why are they here? He looks incredibly sad as he speaks and shows barely a sign of acknowledging the plants before us. I once knew a woman who would grow them for me, despite all the time and effort it took. I regarded him carefully, sensing that this woman no longer walks among the living. He crouches down and touches one of the petals. She would care for them, water them, and speak to them. Oh, wrong voice. Okay. She would care for them, water them, and speak to them, all because she knew I loved them so much. I'm unsure how to respond. I feel almost like an intruder, but the nobleman does not seem to be mourning so much as reminiscing. It sounds as if her heart was as beautiful as her flowers. I mumble, feeling my face flush slightly. The nobleman simply nods. Oh, it's Ishmael's father. Okay. Father! Father! There you are! We both jump this time. Lady Ishmael rushes out from behind a hedge, looking relieved and upset all at once. You shouldn't wander away like that. I was worried for you. Father? That means this nobleman is none other than Count Oids himself. I keep forgetting. Oids? I'll just say it as Oids. Lady Ishbel? I bow. Only then does she appear to notice my presence, causing her face to flush. Oh, Master Rosenkreutz! My apologies, I didn't see you there. I smile to ease her worry. She curtsies. Your father was just sharing a story about these beautiful flowers, Lady Ishbel. Mentioning the flowers dispel whatever lingering embarrassment she has, and she clasps her hand together in delight. Oh yes, those are my penitent lilies. Don't you find them beautiful? I raise an eyebrow. Her flowers? In the royal garden? Your... what did you call them? Penitent lily. She nods her head enthusiastically, gathering her skirts so she can crouch closer towards them. Nazir, that is... I mean... She plucks dry leaves from the flowers with her practiced deft fingers. Prince Nazir said I could use this flower bed to plant them when I told him how much I missed them. Few noble women would be caught on their knees caring for flowers. But then again, Ishbel is hardly like most. Ah, interesting choice of location. Ishbel, happy with the state of her charges, stands off and dusts off her dress. I choose not to comment on her lingering stains. I know! Prince Nazir said his mother intended this part of the garden to be filled with all colors of the rainbow. Her face falls a little. It wasn't meant to stay desolated like this. I nod, speechless, to imagine that this part of the garden had been kept in the same state for so long after the queen's death. What did you wish to find me for, dear? Lady Ishbel jumps up at that, full of enthusiasm once again. I found you some herbs for your indigestion, father. Too much information, young lady. Ah, did you now? He stammers, clearly embarrassed. I quickly turn towards the closest flower, pretending I hadn't heard the thing. Well, we best not keep Master Rosenkreutz any longer. Lady Ishbel curtsies, the Count bows, and they take their leave. Lady Ishbel is chatting happily, and while the Count looks a little embarrassed, I can tell he's enjoying her company. I look after them, thoughtful. The woman he spoke of must have been Lady Ishbel's mother. It seemed as though he truly loved her, which makes it all the stranger that Lady Ishbel grew up so poor and unrecognized. There was history there, but it isn't my place to ask at such inappropriate questions. It seems Lady Ishbel inherited her mother's delicate touch with flowers. I chuckled to myself. I wonder if she inherited her indelicate way with people from her as well? Mhm. Oh, I was about to stop, but knock, knock, knock. Come in. I look up from the parchment as Raphael pushes the door open and enters my study. Master Rosenkreutz, my deepest apology for the intrusion. I was... Again? I was hoping to bring you a request from Lady Serdwin. In need for more cloth for another dress, I assume. I can't help but grin at the thought. Even if our last meeting was less than easy, upon seeing my smile, Raphael dons one of his own. No, not this time. Oh? Lady Serdwin would like to request a bottle of enchanted hair conditioner. Okay. I pause and wait, half expecting Raphael to break into laughter and tell me he's joking. He does not. A hair conditioner. Indeed. Resisting the urge to rub my eyes, I let out a painful sigh. Raphael, ever the soothing soul, shoots me a sympathetic expression. I thought my title was Royal Tutor, not the Royal Coiffeur. It is, which why you may decline the request if your schedule is too full. Well, time isn't exactly the issue. I'll just accept it, bro. It's fine, I suppose. Let Lady Serdwin know that I will get to it as soon as possible. Certainly, Master Rosencreutz. If you can, please have the item ready in 3 weeks' time, okay? I understand. Put it on my schedule if you don't mind. Certainly. Bruh. Where is the fucking. Where is that? Where do I make that? Bro. Gonk. Okay, damn. Okay, there. I have it. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. This one is for week 20. Oh, wait, week 28. Okay. Uh, 62, 75, 60. And we need. Oh, my leadership. Ah, I'm so bad at balancing. The combat is fine for now. And we shall bring the charisma up a bit. And then we can. Hmm. Wind and water to balance it out. Or, hold up a minute. What is his affinity again? It's light and hmm, wood and light. Okay, we shall bring their affinities back. Wooden light is doing fine, so I suppose not then. Okay. 23 basic. Tung, tung, and then pung, pung. I believe this is fine. Hmm. Hey, I just want to give the salve, and then I guess we can. Kind of tired as well, but I'm deeply invested in the story now. Finding Marigold has been more difficult than anticipated, but the last maid I spoke to sent me down this corridor. Soon I hear voices, voices I recognize. Nazir. Ah, and then, oh, you should have seen the look on his face. I wish I had. Softening my footsteps, I walk up to the room and peer inside. After that, Belle bent down herself, picked up the dirty rag, and gave it back to the servant. Right into the, right in front of the nobleman she bumped into. I stare at the scene, eyes wide. Marigold is sitting on the table, legs dangling, while Prince Desir is leaning on the back of a chair, though he stands up to make an occasional very animated hand gesture. Yes, like I said, you should have seen his face. Anyway, it wasn't like I couldn't do anything after that, especially with me there. I think Lady Ishbel would have been enough, Your Highness. There's no need to pretend you're a knight in shining armor. They laugh, and for a moment, I'm not sure why I find it so odd. Then it hits me. Their tones and laughter are perfectly natural. No hushed whispers, no coy smiles. The two of them are friends. Right you are, old girl. Besides, armor doesn't quite suit me. I'm more of a fluid fighter, you know? Nazir slashes the air with pretend daggers. Marigold sneers, and I'll admit that I cannot help smirking myself. Mm-hmm. I know you mostly fight with fluids. Beer, ale, wine. Okay, that's kind of funny. Nazir stops and tries to appear wounded, but only manages it for a second before he bursts into laughter again. I clear my throat and knock on the wooden door. The laughter stops, and for the moment, the two of them look like rabbits caught out in the open. When I step inside, though, they immediately relax. Cal, thank the gods! I thought it was Raphael. You gave us a good fright. Your Highness, Miss Marigold, I was looking for you. Ah, so you already know her. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, don't let me stop you. I'll just be over here. He moseys off, leaving us the two alone. The moment Nazir vanishes out of the door, Marigold jumps down from the table, lands, and straightens out her skirt. Did you need something, Master Rosencreutz? Yes, the healing salve you ordered. Marigold perks up. I pull the jar from my pouch and pass it to her. She takes it with a happy smile. Excuse me. God, that's the burp. The burp TM. Keep it cold and apply it 2 to 3 times a day. It should work on most wounds. Thank you, Master Rosencreutz. What did you want as payment? I haven't even thought of that, though her smile feels like payment enough. Besides, the Lord Regent does increase my monthly salary for the efforts. Nothing. I'm happy to help. Well, she looks at me for a moment, then pockets the salve. Even when she looks away, I can tell that Marigold is grateful. Well, time to get going. No rest if you work for a living, after all. She curtsies. In response, I start to bow out of reflex, but she stops. Bow. Jesus. Enough with the bowing. The last thing I need is a scandal. My apologies. I mumble, not sure what to say or do. Marigold offers no alternative, and instead quietly glides out of the room. The moment she's gone, Prince Desir walks back in, grinning from ear to ear. I turn to him, raising an eyebrow. Do you know why she'd need healing salve? Every noble and their dog is out hunting right now. When a noble gets hurt, they get the best treatment we can offer. When a garter huntsman gets hurt, however, the prince shrugs, looking glum. What he's saying is almost certainly true. No one cares much about the servants getting roughed up, and hunting is rough business. Marigold will make sure the servants get the medicine they need, thanks to you. Nod politely. So, you two are old friends? Not friends. Partners. The two of us are partners in crime. His grin goes so far beyond mischievous that it's hard not to roll my eyes. She's always been the one to help me slip past Raphael and out into the great unknown. He gestures back in his typical dramatic fashion at the nondescript wall, willing it to be a portal to adventure through sheer charisma. And that explains why Raphael is such a bogeyman to you both. Oh, not at all. Raphael is only a boogeyman to me. Marigold usually respects him quite a lot. I nod again. Nazir talks about Marigold as we leave. It's clear that he's happy to have a friend like her. Okay, I think we can. It is over nearing 3 hours. I think it is safe to stop here. My throat is also quite dry, even though I've drank water a couple times. I don't know how long this game is. I'm thoroughly immersed right now. Yeah, I will be ending the stream here. Thank you everyone who dropped by, who's lurking, and whoever will drop by. Please consider joining the Discord server if you'd like to see like oops, that's my cat. If you'd like to get pings or like just chill and like I'm planning on making events that are exclusive for like Discord only members. So like definitely consider, please, if you genuinely enjoy my streams. I don't bite, I promise. And so yeah, I will be ending the stream here. Goodbye everyone. I'll see you in the next stream, which will be oh, the next stream is on Sunday with Ilana. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. But like this is the last stream of the week. Ooh, that is just me unless I feel otherwise. Though I already had one guerrilla stream, so yeah, I will be leaving now. Goodbye everyone.